Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, we are live here on Myth Brigade. It's been a minute. Cancellations, work priorities, diarrhea, children. Same difference, I guess. Anyway, we are here to play Vampire the Masquerade. And Byron, it's your show, so, you go.
All right, guys, welcome back to episode 4 of The Fall of London by Onyx Path Publishing and Renegade Game Studios in the World of Darkness. So we'll go around the horn real quick and just introduce. Let's start with a new face if you have only been following this stream, but if you've been following Night's Black Agents, then you will recognize Mr. Dan Kaplan. Back from his flying around the world and being a jet setter, has managed to pry away a little of his billionaire lifestyle time to come and play with us.
Thanks, glad to be here.
How was your travels? Good?
Oh, excellent, except for the COVID part, fantastic.
Yeah, it's always bad, always bad.
So there was traveling and there was COVID.
Nice.
And then there was much rejoicing.
Awesome. And it seems like some of our cast members have decided to up their game a little bit. The lovely Tara Roy and Alice Mockingdale. Who's on mute?
Sorry, I was waiting for my dog to stop barking at the moon or whatever.
It's barking at the vampire that's sitting in the room with it.
It's barking because there's an undead person.
Yeah, it's barking at you.
Yeah.
He's sensitive to that kind of thing, like a lot of animals.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. What's up?
How you doing?
Fine. Missed
Got
you.
all fancied up
Oh, yeah.
in your undead face.
Mhm.
Nice. All right. How is Alice feeling about being awake?
Kind of annoying if you really want to know my opinion. We better find something good to do soon to make this worthwhile.
Okay. And of course, Father Lucius Thorn. Mr.
Hi.
Jason Jones.
Dude, work sucks. Other things are cool. Happy to be here. Very, very much so. Happy for.
Oh, yeah, and I went to Florida and didn't see Jason.
Yeah, work sucks. That's the headline there.
I mean,
it's been a lot.
It's such a small state. I don't understand how you didn't run into him.
I know. At the supermarket.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but now I'm doing good, Byron. I'm glad we're here and anxious to see what happens.
Cool deal. And of course, the fantastic Dr. Henry Bangineer, Brent Adams.
It's good to see you all. It feels like we got the whole Scooby Gang back together,
Right?
And of course, bringing in Chantel only makes the whole thing even better. I would say that she's definitely the Daphne of the group, which is about the highest compliment I can give. So,
Other ones that take these off,
Wow.
I'm the Velma. Always the Velma.
Always the
Velma.
Now, you going to assign characters to all of us? Scooby
Yeah.
characters to all of us?
Oh, I could. I
So
already
Be careful.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna have to circle back to this and get answers on
Byron.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Byron.
I'll totally do it.
Yes.
Okay, assignment for Chaosium Con. A Scooby-Doo Call of Cthulhu episode.
It's already been done, but I mean, I
Has
can
it?
definitely come up with one. Oh,
Never
yeah.
played it,
That's like super easy.
It's super easy.
so do it.
And?
Yeah, I can do that.
Brilliant.
So I'll write a Scooby-Doo scenario as long as each one of you runs at least one slot.
Okay.
Deal.
My slots are open.
You got I thought they were all full. That's the word on the street.
I mean, they come and go.
The word they come and go. Oh my.
Come. Oh, sorry.
Nice. Tyler, how is Akila feeling? He reunited with some of his past a little bit, maybe.
He's feeling good and intrigued to see how the world has changed.
Nice. And then, of course, Lady Catherine Montague, the wonderful Chantel.
I'm so excited to be here. This is such a delicious time to be alive.
Delicious.
Or not.
Nice. I like it. I like it. All right. So when we last left off, there was going to be a little bit of a split in the party. The ladies were going to go with the Toreador young woman named Rain to see the fashion designer to get dresses for the event tomorrow. And what was that name, Chantel?
Astrid Trevelli.
Astrid Trevelli. Very high-end Toreador fashion designer that is in one of the retail establishments in the Shard. Open only to those of kindred.
It's not called V. In the cheaper end of that, it's called V-Mart.
V-Mart?
Sorry, it's bad.
So, Trevelli.
No, it's Kmart for Kindred.
Kmart. Yeah, that's true.
That's why the others had to shut down because, we had to just.
It's like Blood Mart.
What was the context name you mentioned earlier? Not Astrid, but the other one.
Rain.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Rain. And that was she was the Toreador DJ at the club.
Yep.
DJ.
That you guys went to. Yep. And you guys, she told you that for a price you guys could feed in her territory, but only if you did tear things up. But then you spoke to her, stuff like that, got some information, and you guys mentioned about wanting to get some more appropriate dress for the evening tomorrow. So some things kind of happen off camera. We're going to roll over to Mr. Dan Kaplan today for a moment. So Max was hanging out with his friend Nigel. Nigel being a Nosferatu that frequents the tunnels under the London subway station. Old World War II tunnels, relatively near the construction site where your sarcophagus was found. What was that? But near where your sarcophagus was found and broke open, the union worker had cut his arm while trying to retrieve an item that he had left there. Blood poured from his arm, finding a place almost like a cup on to Max's torpored body, enough to awaken him in a complete frenzy as he tore out the young man's throat. And the Nosferatu, hiding in the shadows, kind of come over to you and found you. You managed to learn some things from Nigel. He helped clean you up. You threw the body of the security guard into the Thames with rocks and a piece of canvas. And kind of gave you a small tour of London in a cab. You mentioned about getting a piece of finer clothing for the party. And he suggested Astrid Trevelli at the Shard. And you guys had made your way there and gotten to the upstairs. He shows you a small elevator to the left-hand side of the bottom of the hotel level, the street level of the Shard. You went up to a private thing. He knocked on the door and he says, "You must be quiet. Don't cause problems. Astrid lets me come here sometimes. I think she pities me for my ugliness." And he knocks on the door and then pushes a doorbell that's on a thing. You're let in. And she greets Nigel, and he says that he brought a guest, of course you, and that he wishes to see if you can be fixed up with some clothes for the party. So we'll kind of hand wave a little bit of that, and you basically are greeted into the place. Nigel looks like some pool here, and he kind of has his hood kind of over his face, and he sits kind of like a small child would on a chair. He climbs into the chair and he kind of squats in the seat rather than actually sitting in the chair.
It's perched.
And Astrid Trevelli, the Toreador designer, kind of puts you on the podium, begins have you hold your arms out, start measuring you for this tweed suit that you wish to get, or a suit that she has already prepared so she can tailor it. It throws back to the tailored clothes that Max wore before the war.
I assume the position on the pedestal.
For Akila and Dr. Henry and Father Lucius, what have you decided that you guys were going to go do this evening?
I think we're making the rather foolish decision to hunt down one of the hunters.
Oh, yes.
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 This is so.
I think we should start by going back to the warehouse.
Okay. You guys kind of go to the warehouse. Are you being in the shadows secretly going back to the warehouse, or are you just walking down the street or catching a cab?
I mean, we'll likely have to catch a cab to get nearby. But once we're there, I would suggest stealth, and I would actually use my hide in the shadows ability from obfuscate.
Okay. You guys call Hamish, or do you go there a different way?
Different. I'd say a different cabbie.
Different cabbie. Okay.
Just to not get him. He seems like a useful tool. So I don't. It'd be a shame to have him die so early.
Yeah, that's true.
True enough. All right. So the three of you grab a cab. It doesn't take very much. This city is a little more busy as it's a Friday night comparatively to the previous 2 nights that you've been around. And you managed to catch the cab over to the area. Do you go a block away or something like that, or?
Yes. Yeah, I would agree. A block away seems to make sense.
Of course.
Okay. You guys get out of the cab.
And I think as we do, we appear to be sharing a cab. I tip my hat and walk on the other side of the street inconspicuously.
Okay.
I'm going to stick from shadow to shadow just in case they still are lurking around or they have one of those snipers sitting around.
Okay. Do you guys pay the cabbie?
Oh yes, with the magic rectangle.
Magic rectangle. Okay. All right. Yep. So you pay him with the magic rectangle.
How foolish they accept this plastic card.
Yes, I don't understand what the limitations of this plastic card are, but
how much of a tip do you give him? You give him a tip like 1942 tip?
3 pence.
That probably means no tip. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's a little grumpy. But he drives off.
I don't understand.
I think Byron, if is he just sort of how grumpy is he? Does he just curse at us or something?
How grumpy is he?
Yeah. He's probably says some kind of slur.
I turn and I let my eyes go sort of all animal, as he's starting to he's looking at me, and I just wide-eyed and say something like, "You should cleanse your mouth. God so hates those who slur others."
Okay. Give me a roll here. Let's do some intimidate, I guess, out of that.
Wah wah.
Let's see.
Boop. Intimidate. What's my
I'm
second
such a
one?
loser.
Intimidate and charisma, probably?
Charisma, manipulation.
Yeah, that's
Or manipulation. Manipulation, yeah. Boop. Okay. Pool size, no. Difficulty 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Thorg has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. I got successes. I got 3 of 2 needed.
Welcome, Thorg. Yeah. So yeah, he shuts his mouth and kind of turns forward and, well, my apologies, Father.
Go home and pray. And turn and walk away.
Nice. Yeah, he's like right away. he drives off.
Doing the
Kinda
Lord's
quietly.
work up in here.
Kind of quietly. Okay, so Dr. Henry, you go to one side of the street, and Father Lucius, you go to the other side. What about Akila?
I guess with
Just walking down the middle of the street, like Conor McGregor.
no. I'll probably stick to the side with the father since Dr. Henry's trying to hide, obviously.
Okay. All right. Using any powers at all, or did you mention obfuscate?
Heightened senses
Okay. Heightened senses.
and my silence of death.
Okay. Got it. And
Also heightened senses.
also heightened senses. You're still a little quiet there, Brent.
That's all right.
right.
Also heightened senses.
Okay. Heightened senses. So you guys can smell the smell of tobacco, pipe tobacco on the street, on the air. And, it's kind of the warehouse district. So dirty soot and smoke and so forth. You actually can still smell the kind of acrid stink of the gunpowder from the previous evening, from the shots and so forth. It had rung out because there was quite a gunfire that was in the area.
Mhm.
Give me a wits and awareness. All 3 of you can make it.
Difficulty 2.
Just always assume that unless I tell you any otherwise.
Somebody remind me where the hell
I got 3.
awareness is on the sheet?
Oh,
Never mind.
awareness is going to be top right.
Awareness is under your mental
Yeah.
top right.
It's over by, like, theology and such.
Ooh, good thing you only needed 2. Look at that nice
What
little
was,
skull on the hunger die.
What was the second
That's
die?
not that important.
Wits and awareness.
Okay. Got it.
Awareness and wits, I should say.
Messy critical, ladies and gentlemen. Messy critical. That sucks.
So
Well, maybe not.
Hey,
It
do
is
I-
a critical.
Do I shit myself and go run into the woods, Byron, at this point? Is that
No.
If you
All right,
do, get it on.
so-
it's so odd.
That's what I rub it on.
Because you got a regular critical and then
Yeah.
that's
All right.
confusing.
Let's see here. Am I gonna make me look stuff up already?
Yeah. So, like, what exactly does a messy critical mean?
So
It's kind of like when you eat too much Chipotle, probably.
That's not the chipotle.
Exactly what it is.
Damn
Right.
Chipotle.
I had a 4-layer explosion.
Multiphasic.
We should take whatever Thorg thinks happens to my character. We should take as the outcome of my messy critical. That does have like a sort of a visceral. What?
Yeah.
Okay, Brent, as a mental health expert, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word messy critical?
The first thing that comes to mind.
Smearing poo on the walls.
No.
Guarantee.
No,
Nope.
a messy critical is you become incredibly sensitized to the area to the point where your senses are overloaded.
Kind of like that.
Ooh.
So I need a single D10 roll, Jason.
I think the D10 was rolled for me, which was a
Does it?
5. Yeah, it did. So I had the critical, and then I think it rolled this thing, the second one. Do you see it?
Dice rolled
String
3.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, it did.
yeah. So it
No, it
knows.
didn't. No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Oh shit. Well, here, roll 1d10.
No, it
then.
didn't roll anything.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Oh, 1.
Oh,
Oh, 1.
Uh-oh.
All right, so let's see. What was it?
you are running and shitting
Yeah.
And shitting.
and running.
I run right
And
past
shitting.
Beardsley.
You're
my
shitting
other.
and running and running and shitting.
Yeah, I run right past
Joy.
my other character who is also insane, running around shitting his pants.
Right. What is this?
Much
You
better a shitty
just
runner
can't-
than a
can't
running
get
shitter.
away. That's true. Hunger. So what is your predator type?
So I'm a bagger. Hunger is right now is only a 1.
You're a bagger. Well, unfortunately, you're missing critical. So your beast has successfully made this a thing for you.
Ooh, I have a
Um,
bestial failure or a compulsion. My curse comes into force here. I suffer a
Don't
penalty
have a bestial
because I'm.
failure.
Didn't it, that what you just said?
Critical.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing for Malkavians about that specifically.
No. So specifically, what's going to happen is
I see.
you see a person on the street kind of walking towards you. He reminds you of one of the sinners from your church that refused to repent. And this is a kind of a flashback to where you remember a stoning where the parish or the congregation was stoning a man who had taken advantage of some children. And you see this man, and there's no way he could be alive. It is clearly him. He must be punished. Be alive.
I think I've seen him before as well. He comes out when somebody needs to mute the stream on your side. It's echoing pretty bad through.
Somebody needs to mute the stream.
You hear it?
Mhm.
Has somebody got their phone on or something with the stream on?
Okay, that's better. No, but I'd say I have seen this face before many times. Ever since it happened, like I think as he was dying, Byron, I think he sort of
sorry,
just.
you guys. Shit.
I think as he was dying, Byron, I think he sort of.
Sorry, you guys.
That's awesome. It's an
I
echo
don't know
chamber.
how to make it.
That's all right. It's so nice you say it twice.
Yeah. So I think as he died, he kind of smiled at me knowingly, like
Oh my
defiantly.
God.
I think
And
as
so
he
that
died-
smile just completely haunts me. So yeah, I'm gonna dart across the road. Probably, is there traffic or anything? Is it a busy road?
No, he's on your side of the road.
Oh, he is. He's
literally
walking toward me.
you. Mhm.
So I think I as I'm approaching, I just as gruff and gnarly as I can sound, you. And I imagine he stops.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
tear
he
his
stops.
I tear his fucking throat out.
Nice.
Can I get my claws in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just and pull him to me while my claws are in his throat. I will kill you every time I see your face for what you did to the chin. There's blood just flying everywhere as I just lose my shit.
So Akila, Father Thorn has had some sort of episode, and he is mauling a guy that was walking down the street.
The guy's like delivering some like Deliveroo or some like DoorDash or whatever.
Uber driver. Yeah.
How do you respond to Father Lucius just snatching this guy? And
I immediately look around for anybody else.
okay, your wits and awareness was pretty good. You were 3 successes of 2. So you don't see anyone else on the street that could maybe have seen this, but it's loud. It makes a little bit of noise.
Yeah.
And I think the white tab on his collar. Hey, chat, let me know what the hell that's called. It gets stained red, Byron, and it's just completely because he's. It's just like completely red like your shirt, crimson.
It's probably popped out on one side.
Yeah, bing.
Yeah.
That'd be good because this thing's tight. Yes.
It's tight, baby.
Yeah, it is tight.
Whoa.
Is it that it's tight or that your throat is engorged?
Yeah, the girth of my throat is superior. Yeah, so I kill that guy. And it just looks he's just completely eviscerated, unless someone stops me, and
I just observe from the shadows, and
You're like,
Akila, you would be able to hear this. You just hear a soft chuckle, and me say, "Priest indeed." With your heightened senses, a soft chuckle, and just saying, "Priest indeed."
And just as he does that, I think there's a head that just gets thrown like down an alleyway, just like,
okay,
and that's it.
nice. Yeah.
I
So
just kind of stand there stunned, like, what are you doing?
That man abused. That man committed sins that no soul should be saved after what he did to the children. And that godless face follows me everywhere. I've killed him many times.
yeah, you're like Akila's like, nah, that's just a different dude.
No, okay. No, I'm not arguing that. No, okay.
Okay.
We should really get going now. I don't know that we can. That's not just a quick cleanup, so we should get going.
It's like, so strategy-wise,
Your collar is a little damaged. I don't know if you got another one. Your Pope Joker.
Sadly, no. it's my Pope Joker.
Pope Joker, that's a new one.
I thought it was the bishop, but whatever. That's the Pope Joker.
So Father, you're obviously well versed in the more primal side of things. Would you like to act as a distraction while Akila and I move in, sort of create a net around them?
A neck. I mean,
An engorged neck.
And create a net around them.
Engorged.
When they retreat from you, we will take one of them. If there's more than one, that is. If there's none, then I suppose then we've wasted our evening, and at least you got your revenge on him for whatever he did to you.
Yeah, whatever that guy did.
As I will every time I see his face. I regret such a vulgar display of...
that look at the camera hurt me.
Well, I suppose that mental illness is very common amongst the clergy, so I imagine that you're in very good company.
He was not one of the clergy.
Oh, well, I wouldn't presume he was among the clergy, but I was referring to you.
You're accusing me of being mentally ill?
Yes. Obviously, you can't kill the same person multiple times. That's just illogical. You can't.
Oh.
You can only kill someone once.
Is it so illogical? One should not still be alive after all we've been through. Yet, here we are. I have
there's
torn him
likely
to
a
pieces
scientific explanation.
tens of times. He's very real. Don't question me.
Oh, well. I suppose that this could be a conversation for another time. I'm
Yeah,
not-
It's like,
Perhaps we should get
yes, I'm going to
Likely.
write up a...
Let me just go ahead and write up a quick note on that.
You're like, what does this ink blot look like? Him. Bleh.
Ew.
So, if you would like to take the lead, dear father.
So we're just walking up to the warehouse. Is that the intent?
Well,
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
making your way down the block to the warehouse.
Yeah. So I'll break off from them. I mean, obviously I'm soiled now. If somebody gets up very close to me.
Okay. The good news is
You mean you're dirty?
You're dirty. Yeah, father, you're so dirty.
dirty father.
I'm marinated. Yeah.
so the good news is your hunger box are full.
Oh, thanks. Oh, because, yeah, I took that fucker out, didn't I?
Yeah, you killed him.
Yay. I'm playing the Hunger Games. It's all good. Okay. So I walk down trying to be somewhat inconspicuous toward the warehouse. Take a look and see any lights on, any indication of guards wandering around the perimeter or standing outside smoking cigarettes or anything like that.
Okay. There is still police tape up and so forth around the general area. There are some, like an occasional copper here and there. But you do see a few individuals, too, with a different vest kind of walking around. They seem to stand out slightly different.
In what way? Are we talking like body armor sort of thing?
Yeah, like their demeanor is just different. They seem to be less nervous with your heightened senses and stuff that you guys have going. You could tell that these individuals seem to be more of the maybe hunter variety.
How many are there?
2. You see them; they're separated.
Okay.
There's some space between them. You see one through an upstairs window, like probably the same level that the office was on, and one in the open doors of the downstairs. Looks like he's over where you saw Mickey Wheeler get killed.
So you said there were other police officers floating around?
They're here and there. They're not like a big group of them.
I do have my preloaded morphine needle with about what a doctor would estimate should take down an adult male without killing them.
Anybody got obfuscate? Anybody uses obfuscate?
I'm using it.
Okay, yeah. You're invisible. Only another kindred with auspex would be able to see you.
I have silence of death, but that's all my obfuscating is for.
Okay. So you're super quiet, but not.
Yeah.
What about Father Thorn? Is Father Thorn using any kind of?
Not just now. I think.
You know that I have the same thing, silence of death. I'm just really quiet. That's I'm not.
Okay.
So I think walking up to the edge of the police tape. Yeah. So I approach one of the police officers. Son, I need your help. I'm covered in blood, obviously. And I just put on this like completely out of my mind sort of thing. And I'm going to sort of kind of use domination to influence his thinking there.
Okay. What order do you give him? Do you give him an order?
Well, so what I need you to get all of your men. There's a man dying back there. He's been torn apart, like by some form of beast. Please, I beg you.
Yeah, he reaches up to grab his walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I want him
It's on
convinced
his
that it's like the
thing.
worst emergency that he's got to have, like, because we're a ways away. I want to have all these people go that way, ideally.
He says, yeah. He says, give me a moment. And he's like, HQ. Yeah. It's like, we'll have an individual here that's claiming that there's a body up the street. It's like, can I get a sergeant? And here, click. So a few moments later, a sergeant comes over. So Dr. Henry and Akila, you guys are still back a little ways. from this? Do you guys do anything while you're seeing him interact with the police officer?
Basically getting a count by smell and communicating with Akila. I'm like, if we go after the sergeant, it'd be a better gift. I'll whisper very softly.
The sergeant is with the actual police, I think. I think we're looking for one of the other guys.
No, I imagine they may have a structure like a military. I don't know if the sergeant's actually with the police. Oh, wait, I apologize. Out of character. Are these police officers or are they?
This particular one that he walked up to us.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. We were looking more for inquisitors. I'm like,
Yeah, you could tell that there are two other individuals in here.
Right, we need one of those two.
So the sergeant comes over and he says, "What's up, sir?"
There is a man. He's been torn to pieces as if by some form of beast. I think he's dying. He's just down there and around. Come with me, please. I'm certain that those men, pointing up into the window, can keep the scene locked down while you help. You must.
Very, very well, very well. So they start walking with you.
Okay. Try to draw them away as much as we can.
Yeah. And he's like, are you okay, sir? You seem to be covered in quite a bit of blood.
I tried to save him, but I don't believe it was God's will. I tried to give him mouth. I don't know. I'm sure it was around then, right? I tried to resuscitate him, but his injuries were too grave.
They're going to walk up to a pile of hamburgers. You trying to resuscitate him?
Yeah. And then there's going to be more pile of hamburger right after that. Okay.
I'm going to pass Akila a hypodermic needle filled with a sedative, and I'm going to be like, in case you want to do it quietly.
What is this?
It's like, it's a sedative. Just put it into any major vein and it should work. In fact, put it just about anywhere and it should do the job. It doesn't require an expert.
I can see the medical knowledge like turning into our face.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so do you want to go after the guy on the bottom floor?
Yes.
The other one's distracted up top. All right. This can only end horribly. We're going to do.
Okay. So you guys are both wearing like suits and you kind of come strolling into the open door. There's no one out here to stop you because the two people that were near the front are now gone.
Right. We're going to try to stealth in and get this guy.
Sure. Give me a stealth check. See what is okay. So it'd be like dexterity and stealth, I guess.
I was on the wrong goddamn thing.
And you get a bonus die for your obfuscate.
Thank God you only needed 2.
Let's see how
We're about to have our second bestial failure. What is
fucking hell.
What's the
Yes.
So the bestial failure doesn't take into account there because of the fact that you only needed 2 successes. So
I mean,
that one. So Akila's is 2 successes. So the hunger die doesn't matter. If he would have only rolled 1 success there, that would have been a bestial failure. Or, for instance, if Dr. Henry had rolled that skull.
Hey, we got a
That
first-time
would've
chatter from Neither Darken 101 who says that Byron guy is pretty sexy.
That's my kid, by the way.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nick's following today. Hello, Nick.
Nick says you're
Thanks
sexy.
for joining in, buddy.
Use his real name.
I'm going to change your label to, instead of storyteller, so I'm going to say sexy.
Sexy.
With 2 X's, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You do that. So you guys stealth in on him, and as you guys are going, you're just about through the inside of the door when Dr. Henry kind of catches his leg on a broken piece of wood, and it scatters across the inside concrete and knocks over a small piece of marble tile that was against the wall. It falls over and cracks with a pretty loud crash. And you see, with your heightened senses, you could tell that the guy's head is turning around towards you.
Cop, right?
Huh?
Dressed in a cop uniform? Straight up?
He has a red, like armored vest on, and it has like a symbol of like a star with like a vial inside it.
Interesting.
I'm gonna try to cloud his memory
Ooh.
Oh,
to make him forget he heard anything.
I was going to rush forward and try to anesthetize him, but
Okay. Well, you can
do that
The
too.
good news is you can both do that.
all right.
He'll only remember you stabbing him with a needle, but he won't remember how it got there. It's just
Exactly.
Okay. So
He's gonna wake up so refreshed tomorrow.
do you have celerity or anything, Brent? Does Dr. Henry have celerity? What's his powers? I don't think he does.
But other than the quietness,
Yeah, well, the not so quietness.
the not so quietness.
Hold up. Let's back up a second. So you both were using unseen passage.
Yeah.
Oh, neither one of us has unseen passage.
I thought you both.
That is
Silence and
not-
death. Silence and
Yes.
death.
So our
Right.
clothes and stuff do not make any noise.
Right. Okay. I guess it still does then. Okay. Got it. All right. So yeah, you knock it over and he begins to turn around. You attempt to make haste. How many dots of dexterity do you have, Dr.
3.
Henry? 3. It's pretty fast. Fast enough that you can get to him. But he's also a little quick. Akila, go ahead and roll the cloud memory roll. You will need 4 successes. Because he is a hunter and he is prepared for mind-dominating games.
I got 3.
Mine.
Oh, hey, at least it wasn't bestial failure like it was about a minute ago.
So spend willpower.
You can take a point of superficial willpower damage to reroll 3 of your dice, but you cannot reroll the hunger die.
Damn.
So that's not going to matter because all 3 of your successes were on the other side. You could still do it. There is a chance that you could get 2 criticals. Oh, that would be your choice. You could willpower reroll that. The problem being, well, you can't reroll the hunger die. So the chance of a bestial failure is out the window. Doesn't matter. You're not going to get a bestial failure, even if you
I take willpower damage.
Yep, you take superficial, so it's just you just click it and it puts an X. At the end of the session, you recover up to your composure.
Okay. And then
willpower damage.
So basically, willpower reroll dice 2. Critical. There's no reason for me to reroll the 10.
Do what? Oh yeah, the one's a critical. Yes, you would reroll the 2 dice, and if either one comes up a critical.
It did.
Boom!
Yeah!
Boom!
Nice.
That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so you managed to cloud his memory, and he's like, he forgets that he heard anything. And Dr. Henry is on him. So he's a little unsure, so that gives him a little less chance to react. So, Dr. Henry, you can facilitate the hypodermic.
Oh yes, I'm going to go ahead and shoot him up
Let's go. Let's go, Stabitha. Do it.
So he forgets the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So he's probably rather confused about how this guy just showed up. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and inject it directly into him as precise as I can.
Your medical knowledge is pretty good. So you managed to hit a pretty good artery. And within a short moment, he's, what did you say?
Vein.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it would have been a vein. But yeah.
Yeah, vein, my bad.
An artery
Vein.
would not sedate him. It would just kill him.
It would just kill him. Oh, okay. Then let's not do that. Dr. Henry would know
Just
that.
say-
As long as he goes to sleep. Just not sleep. Just not
We're not
forever
picky.
sleep.
I just put my finger on his lips and I'm like, shh.
Okay. So you hit a vein, and he goes to sleep pretty quickly. So he's down. You guys have managed to take this guy.
We're gonna start dragging him out of here. We're just
You
gonna
gonna
grab this
drag
guy.
him, or you gonna?
Wow, where the fuck are we gonna go? We didn't really plan this far.
You really planned this out, yeah. So Father Lucius, we'll let you guys consider what you're doing with him there. There is a cop car out front.
That's not a bad idea.
Yep. Neither of you really know how to drive all that well, but whatever. We'll figure that out.
I'm not an expert.
Yep. And so we'll return back to Father Thorn for a brief moment. You managed to get down to the street. The body is laying all over. The cop puts his hand back.
Body's laying all over.
The cop puts his hand out onto your chest, Father Thorn, and says, "Hey, sir, I'm going to have to ask that you step back. Step back. There's clearly something going on here."
I told you. I lean in and I'm going to convince him, Byron. I'm going to influence him. And there, the assailant. He's running through that alley. Do you see him? Across the road. Do you see him?
Okay. So are you using like a power to
Yes,
imprint?
I'm going to dominate his ass, yes.
Oh, nice. You don't have to roll. You don't have to roll because he's human.
Yes.
So, yeah, he catches it and he's like, oh, I see him. And he starts running.
Yes.
He's like, stop.
And his buddy is there, and I'm like, go, you've got to help him. I'll wait here for reinforcements.
Yeah, he starts running, dude. He starts running. And he kind of glances for a hot second at the head and keeps running. Yeah. And they're chasing whatever they think they see down there.
Yeah, I think when if one of them glances back, I'm bats. I'm gone. I haul ass and go hide somewhere.
So you rendezvous back with the other two who have managed to complete your task, which is to gather the Operation Antigen agent.
That was fast.
Nice job.
Well done, gentlemen. God was with you.
Yeah.
I thought that was going south.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, oh my God.
Pull that shit out. You had to pull that shit out.
This is a good gift.
Who knew all you needed was a little bit of willpower damage to make it?
So you guys will just have to decide where you're going to take him. Whether that's back to your little warehouse area or whatever they got.
Nightclub.
The nightclub?
It's like she said that we could.
Yeah.
Eating rights.
It's a dark area. There's definitely a booth there you could slide him into, and so forth.
Brent can keep unconscious for a while, right?
Oh
yeah.
I have a significant number of medications that I.
Yeah. You could just like down a beer in front of him or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Can any of you drink? Spill his beer all over.
Yeah, we're just gonna spill his beer on him.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we're gonna like take his fucking bulletproof vest off and shit like that because I'm sure he's wearing all kinds of crazy shit.
Are you just like throwing it to the side, like somewhere in the street or
keep
something?
that.
You're gonna keep that? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Keep
nice.
that
You guys will have a little Operation Antigen bulletproof vest. That can come in handy in the future. That can come in handy.
That's part of the gift wrap, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they know what it is.
Yeah. All right. So you guys will manage to take care of that. So we will return over to the ladies and Rain, who are making their way to the shard. Rain takes you over to the little elevator. There are two guards there. She shows like a black card that has a gold kind of QR code on it, and the one guy kind of scans it and allows you guys access to the elevator. He puts a key in and turns it, and the doors open. And the three of you, and she goes, "Oh, so much fun! I can't wait to introduce you to Astrid."
Thank you, Jer. What is that card you're using? Is that one of the cards like I have? And I pull out our little triangle or
Plastic
rectangle, damn some shape.
She's
And
like, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
She's like, "Oh, you are so cute," but no.
I mean, I
She's like-
know.
She's like, "No, you get these from the queen once you have her favor."
Okay.
She said, "I am Clan Toreador, just like Astrid." She said, "So I have access to Astrid's apartment." And so you guys go up the elevator. Very nice elevator. It's like literally like gold filigree in the elevator and so forth. It opens up into a plush, deep red crimson carpeted hallway. And she leads you down this hallway that ends in a jet black ebony door. And it has a like swoosh of an A in what looks almost like diamonds embedded into the ebony door. And
This place smells like sex and money and blood. God. Okay.
and she takes the card and waves it over like a little access panel, and the door unlocks. And she says, "Oh, come in, come in, come in." And you see there's like some music going in the background, and there is like a little waiting room with some plush chairs. There is a gentleman wearing like these kind of tore up cargo pants and a black hoodie kind of up over his head, and he's squatting on the chair, and he has what looks like some bandages wrapped around one of his hands, and so forth. Not exactly what you were expecting, but standing on a pedestal, like getting measured, is a very fine-looking gentleman. He has like a tweed suit, a very high-end tweed suit that he is being measured for.
Ooh.
As Astrid is doing that. Let me see if I can. Oh,
Do we recognize them both as kindred?
yeah, you would recognize them both as kindred. Crap, I forgot to upload Dan's picture. No way.
That's too bad.
Let's see here. My library.
Didn't you put a?
I'm so sad. I forgot to upload this picture.
I put a picture.
You didn't put one on Roll20?
I did, but it's not showing with my player picture. I don't
Yeah.
know where it goes up.
Crapola. Dan, I don't have the one you want me to send. You wanted me to show. Let me see. Give me a hot second here. I apologize.
Did you put it in the journal thing?
No, I forgot to upload it at all.
Oh.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I think I can accomplish this.
I don't see Max Romanov in my Roll20 at all.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I never updated him. I never showed him to you guys yet. I'll fix that in a hot second too. Oh man, Dan had a great picture, and oh, where'd it go? I don't even see it.
Dan, your character's gone.
Seems like a perfect time to take a bathroom break.
Oh, you
Or
unsent
take
the
a bath.
message. Why did you unsend the message?
Or take a bath.
I unsent the message.
Do you still have that picture?
I do. Let me find it here.
Why did it not save?
You want me to copy and send it to you on what, Facebook?
Yeah, send it to me on Facebook real quick. I apologize, guys. I totally jacked this up.
Well, I have one picture here. I'm not sure it was the picture, but I'll use it.
The black and white one that you were using. I have one of the other pictures, but you wanted to use the black and white.
We wait with bated breath.
Here, you can use this one. Where are you? Oh, I'm looking for you. Byron. Well, you know what I could do? I could put it in the group chat.
Does that show anything?
Yeah, we can use that one. I found that one really quick.
Can you guys see anything?
Oh, I can send it to the group chat. I didn't do that.
No, I don't see anything.
Oh,
Here, I'll just send it to the group chat.
Well,
Vampire.
I'm clicking send it to, let's see here, edit and players journal.
There you go. That'll
All
work.
players.
All right, now somebody bring it up on their phone. You send it to the.
Now, I really appreciate the double stitch. That's just lovely. But, as my friend said, the cuffs, well, that's perfect. Yes, exactly. Oh, hello. Oh, who are these fine folks? Good evening.
now here's a question.
Yes.
Are we able to? I mean, we can tell that they're kindred. Could we tell by looking at them what clan they are?
You know for sure already that Astrid is Toreador. You do not know what clan the other gentleman is.
Okay.
Well, Nigel has
I mean, yeah, Nigel is scary.
Yeah, Nigel is clearly ugly and whatever.
he just seems a little nasty.
He's a little nasty. Yeah, he's a
Dare I
little
say
nasty.
ugly?
He's
He's a little
Nas.
nos.
He's a little Nas. Little
He's
Nas.
just exuding that ever so lovely Nigel Nos vibe, of course. I mean, absolutely.
Like they do.
Did you say yes to the pedicure last night? I can't remember. Nigel's computer.
So Nigel's just kind of standing over there. He's just kind of sorry. And he kind of leaps across to another chair and makes it so that there's at least two chairs next to each other for you ladies.
I don't want to sit on the chair where Nigel was, but I'll sit on the other one. I'll leave that one for Alice. Sorry, Alice, but I'm used to sitting in cleaner places.
What do I
I
see?
have no
before me?
interest in sitting. I'm finding a corner and
Sorry.
wedging myself
Yeah.
into it.
And I'll whisper you, like, Alice, dear, this is, I'll follow your lead here. You have the plan, so. Right? You. That's why we're here. You said you had an idea of what. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my cat away. That was.
I'm not going to say it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Alice, just go ahead. Just go ahead, dear. I know you can do this. I have faith in you.
Hey. Is he attending to us at this time?
Yeah.
missed that while I
So
was squirting my dog.
sorry.
you're good. You're fine. So yeah. So this is Rain, by the way. I didn't show you guys that before.
Oh, nice.
Why can I not?
Rain is the Toreador.
One of them.
It doesn't have that holdout anymore, Jason. Like that little.
Yeah, she's the Toreador, like the DJ Toreador.
What's that?
Yeah.
And I have to say, Rain, I love the way that you mix the Saxony with the Shetland tweed and that Harris. It's gorgeous. This is perfect.
Can you guys see the picture of Rain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's up.
Oh, wait here.
She's not showing on my side at all, so I can't.
Oh,
that's right.
she's awesome.
Yeah.
She looks like a high fashion model.
Yeah, she does.
So that's Rain. I have now put that in your show to all of you guys. And then, of course, there's Max if you haven't seen him. He's there too.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
I can hear his
I
voice.
can't-
I can hear it. Yeah.
I cannot see how do I look at this, Jason? Did I roll 20 so I can see what I'm showing you?
You are showing us Max, who is John Oliver.
Oh, I don't see Max. I see
All I see
Rain.
all I see is the map.
I see Max now.
To be fair, if we had to look at Max or Rain, I'd rather look at Rain.
I
Oh,
mean,
I would too. I agree with you.
Mm-mm.
absolutely right in that decision. I think it's a good one. Rain is just lovely, and what am I? A big mess of tweed.
Yes. I
So
have
what do I
them
see
sized.
before me when I look out at these people who came into the room.
There we go. It's better. So Byron, I just I'm showing them side by side now, so you can see Rain to the
Okay.
left, and
Yeah.
I can't see nothing, so
yeah.
I don't know what I'm showing you, so I'm just gonna assume that I'm showing you the right thing. I can't see anything on my side.
Yeah, same. I only see, like I said, rain and my character sheet and the background. It's interesting that we all see different things.
Yeah.
That is true.
I see Max and Rain side by side,
Yeah.
ebony and ivory, as it were.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
As
Yeah,
long as you guys can see
really.
it, as long as you guys can see it, that's what's important.
Beauty
So,
and John Oliver.
All right. So yeah, you see, and then of course you see Astrid, who I don't believe I have a picture for. I don't think I have one for Astrid yet.
I'm envisioning her like the chick from Incredibles.
Oh my god, I was just thinking that too.
Chick from Incredibles.
Yes.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Let's use that.
I think, hello, I'm here to take get your stuff.
With the
Yeah.
bob and the black
Yeah.
things there.
Yeah, she does kind of have a bob, but she has like a kind of a sequined blouse with like little dangles and stuff on it and so forth. And she's kind of leaning over with a tape measure and like feeling it. She goes, "Oh, great, more for the party." And Rain says, "Yes, I brought me wonderful friends that I've met. They need dresses for the show tomorrow." She's like, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." And so as you guys are seeing Max on the podium, and he kind of brings his arms down to his sides as she starts to measure like his inseam, and both Lady Catherine and Alice, you have like a little flashback, and Max, you see the same flashback of you all three kind of standing around in a circle and a cup of blood being passed. Alice is making sure that each one of you drinks from the cup. Alice, you feel like you're the officiant in this ceremony. To the sides of you are Father Lucius and Dr. Henry and Akila. All of you are in a circle, drinking one by one from this cup of blood. You look to your side, and there are a pile of bodies all wearing white shifts, like they were just sacrifices for this ritual. You can feel the energy. What? Yeah, a lot of blood.
A lot of blood.
Yeah. Alice, you feel the energy as you drink and bless the cup and begin to hand it to each one of them as they bleed into the cup themselves and then hand it back to you. And then you drink from it. And then so you're basically mixing the blood of all of each one of you and the other individuals that were sacrificed together.
If I bled into the cup, do I have a memory of that?
You feel like you've bled into the cup first. And you get bits and pieces of the ritual. You feel like this ritual was done by you. Like you were the one. You were the one that did the blessing ritual that put everybody in Torapor.
Ooh.
And you see that, and then you come back to the real view of the room. As you look up, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna look immediately at Lady Catherine and glance over at Max to see whether they seem to have any insight as to what I just saw.
When she looks at me, Max just, we took tea together, right?
Tea.
I seem to recall some sort of tea ceremony. Yes, if I recall correctly.
And you, Alice, were the one who was in charge of it.
Yes, I
Okay.
think that's right.
Yes, you served us at least.
And without even being introduced, you now know that that is Max, and that he was part of you. And for some reason, his sarcophagus was not there, Lady Catherine, when you awoke it.
Oh,
But you didn't remember. You didn't remember him.
Max, darling, it's so wonderful to see you. I'm sorry that we missed you earlier. Where did you find yourself when
Where
you
have you been?
woke up?
Oh, well, I sort of look down and gesture at Rain a little bit as she like puts the length of Shetland tweed, along my left pants as she's doing
Wait.
the work.
Sorry, Rain is the DJ that came up with us, but Astrid
my bad.
is the
I'm
seamstress.
sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's so who Astrid is the one.
Astrid, yeah.
Astrid, sorry. Well, I just remember having tea with you all. Do I remember anything more than tea? Oh, he's gone. I'm asking an empty chair.
I mean, that's you're asking this Lord and Savior that kind of is.
He said pretty clearly that we remember that it's blood.
I mean,
right. Yes, of course. Yeah,
and we're not in mixed company. It's okay. We can discuss that.
No, the only thing that Max
besides
remembers is this little like vision that he just had.
To be honest with you, I'm a little out of sorts lately. I woke up and so do I know that they're all kindred? I know they are.
Yeah, you know them. You feel like these are your friends or people you know, respected members of an inner council of some sorts.
I woke up in my sarcophagus, alone. I happened to get lucky. A little blood came my way, as you know, sometimes it will. And luckily, Nigel here, a lovely, lovely person, Nigel, took me in and has been helping me ever since. I honestly, to be honest with you, until this moment, I didn't recollect any of the rest of you, that we were in this together. In fact, I still sort of don't. I remember drinking let's call it blood, sure. We're amongst friends. And I remember waking up in the sarcophagus, and I remember that my name is Max.
And you remember, you know that it was in 1942 that you went to sleep.
Oh, right, of course. And amazing stuff here. Have you any of you run into the Google yet? The Google is just this. Nigel has the Google. And
it is amazing, isn't it? You can just find anything you want. Oh my goodness.
It's true.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Oh, Nigel bore a small hole in the side of my box for me so that I can run the charger right into my sleeping area. It's wonderful. I have been looking up all kinds of things. It's just, and the war is over. Did you know that?
That we won. We won. I mean, when we were sleeping, it wasn't looking very good, but we won. But we're also now friends with them, which is, I don't understand that either.
Well, yes, mostly. Unfortunately, some bad things happened in Russia.
I snap my fingers between them really is louder than I can in real life.
Okay.
Enough.
Kapow.
We have important business here.
We do. Yes, we do, darling. Why don't you go ahead? Since what I recognized through the flashback that like the ritual and our places within the ritual, if that makes like the hierarchy of us.
You definitely feel like Alice was like the person officiating the ritual.
Okay.
That despite the fact that you're used to being in charge during that particular thing, you deferred to her.
Mm-hmm. So I'll do that again. You seem to be very good at being in charge of some of these rituals. Why don't you go right ahead, darling? Max and I will catch up a little bit too.
We
Well,
have
that sounds
plenty of
lovely.
time
Mm.
for recent history lessons.
Yes. She wakes up a little bitchy in the
Don't we all? I know.
yes, I was a little hungry myself. Ah,
Technically a little itchy, actually, but bitchy works too.
yes, yes. I mean, when vampires get, what was the word I saw? Hangry? That
Oh,
is such an adorable word, isn't it?
It's terrible. It's terrible.
I'm sorry. Alice,
Have we thought out?
dear.
Have we plans for our attire for this party? Max, is this your outfit for the party?
Well, yes, Astrid. Yes, I guess it is. It is it's probably my only outfit. So yes, it is the outfit for the party.
She has like 2 other suits that she was getting for you also. The more stock suits that she already had in stock. But this one
Astrid, is he appropriately attired for this party?
Oh, absolutely. Anything that I make would appropriately make you for this party or any night on the town. She goes, are you assuming that I would make rags?
Oh, goodness,
No,
no.
I am assuming that you are making a suit to his specifications, which may or may not be appropriate to the occasion.
Oh, yes, his suit would be appropriate.
Thank you.
I assure you. She kind of walks around you a little bit and she goes, oh, I do have what I think could be the most amazing outfit for you. You are going to be the center of attention.
You're talking to me, right?
Queasy.
She was talking to Alice. You're talking to me, right?
You're talking to Alice as the center of attention? Oh, okay. Then you must be a miracle worker. Let's sit back and go ahead and see what you can do. I'm so excited.
I don't know that that's necessary.
She says, are you looking for something a little less posh?
I prefer something a little darker.
Dark. I do have this black. And she pulls out like this black material, a dress. It's like almost like it absorbs the light.
Max will get off the pedestal.
Yeah,
and I'll walk behind the screen and immediately come back out wearing my black tie instead of the tweed.
Immediately.
Ooh.
I step out. I have, not even thinking about it, step up onto the pedestal as I examine the fabric, which fascinates me.
She says, this is my own creation.
What design do you imagine?
What design? Something with a plunging neckline, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
She says, are you a long or perhaps a shorter kind of girl?
Long.
Yes.
I do not share the fascination of showing flesh.
Oh, she says, I may have the perfect thing then. She takes the dress that she had showed you and puts it back up on the thing. And she like flips through a couple of outfits and she pulls off the rack this like deep crimson red dress that has like arms that go all the way down to the wrist and even a little bit over the wrist. Kind of not fluffy, like frilly ends, but just straight ends. Very crisp. The collar comes up and it's almost very romantic, romance period but it ends in like these almost like folds are like spines, but it like, grips around your neck as you would expect, like something like an evil, like dark elf style person for fantasy would wear, and it slips over your figure, just perfectly hourglassing you and making like you can't even see your feet are under it. And she goes, well, this would only show your very tips of your fingers and your face, which is beautiful, I must add.
Alice, that collar looks like hands around your neck. Oh, that's stunning.
I examine myself in the mirrors.
It looks good.
This will do.
I'm going to come up behind you and put your hands on your shoulders and be like, Alice, remember, we're supposed to be asking for a favor. Be polite. Be charismatic. Can you do that? Be a little less dark.
He desires approval.
Nice. I like it. So yeah, and then she will allow you to pick out accessories that go with it.
I will defer to her in these matters, and I'm going to make that clear. I am not a fashionista by any stretch of the imagination. What little I know of my can remember of my own history, personal history at this time, does not support that I came from wealth or style, and certainly my mood does not bears no interest in these things. So I will defer to her and compliment her choices lavishly, because I'm sure each and every one of them will play up my features in the manner that I have requested.
He pulls out a pendant it looks like a perfectly molded human heart in solid gold with like black rose like vines wrapped around the heart.
And thorns?
Thorns, exactly. And it actually looks like it's on some sort of like barbed wire. And but the barbed wire is gold. And she says, I believe this will match perfectly.
I'm going to be on an album cover soon. Yes, I try not to be effusive, but I do very much love this piece. And it sits perfectly to catch the eye without drawing the eye downward as to the cleavage as so many women's pieces do. Mm-hmm. And yet it still manages to perfectly accentuate everything between my nipples and my eyeballs. So every angle, every line.
Yep. So she says, yes, just you may slip in there. And she kind of points over for you to try it on, and also to if you want, and she can make any adaptations that she needs to.
Absolutely.
And she says,
when she does the fitting, I the first time she fits it, it's going to be more tight than I like. It's going to be too snug on my figure, and I'm going to ask her to politely loosen it up a little bit.
What about the area around your throat? Do you like that to be tight or loose?
I like it to be complete. I want it to feel like it's being protected as opposed to being throttled.
Okay.
Oh. Just responding. So
and
sorry.
Not engorged.
And not engorged.
It's not as tight as Father Thorn's collar, huh?
No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you managed to get that all fitted and everything, and then she says, "Lady Catherine."
Oh, darling, I put myself completely in your hands. Well, in my day,
I was looking at myself in mirrors. How did I do that?
You could be seen in a mirror.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's just a myth.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you can see yourself in a mirror. Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize.
No, dear. I mean, you are worth seeing in a mirror. That looks stunning on you.
I stand up a little straighter than I've been standing before.
And may I call you Astrid?
Absolutely. So I would prefer.
Oh, thank you. Well, in my day, I was among the leaders of fashion, but I've been out of the game a long time, and so I bow to your expertise. I know that you will dress me like. I know that you will dress me like a present at Christmas.
So there was a time. And she says, so something. She's like, I sense that you are going for something that wishes to be unwrapped. Something that finds its place
That is
on
true.
the
That is
tree.
very true.
Make sure you cover all of her slots. Just saying.
I'm just saying, we can burn the Yule log as long as we need to. Just unwrap and go.
Okay. And she goes, something Christmas and festive.
Fire. Okay.
Okay.
I do have one thing though. I don't want to wear anything green. I feel like that is a color that is
it's too Christmassy with all the blood.
Well, and it's set aside for Queen Anne. I feel like it would be just very gauche for any of us to be in green. That's all.
Okay.
Mm.
And she says, She says, purple, probably bad also, purple being the color of royalty, which perhaps.
Yes.
But you are a lady.
I'm a lady.
So purple could still be a color for you. So she reaches around and flips around a few different things and so forth, and she pulls out this long, elegant dress that kind of has arms that kind of come down to the shoulder, and then it's like little strings that kind of come out almost like spiderwebby type fabric, which turns into like a web-like lace that comes down over. It slips over your finger and so forth, and then like she gives you a hat, and the hat is like purple and the white, and she says she gives you like this purple slip to wear underneath the fabric, and it shows through where the lace is, so the purple can be seen through the spider webs and the lace and so forth, but it doesn't. The white is opaque enough that it covers the purple.
This is a dream. This is a masterpiece. I without bragging, I know that I am beautiful, but in this dress, I am unbelievable. Oh, Astrid, darling, this is magnificent.
Of course, only the best.
You are too kind, too kind. I mean,
So,
you've just met us.
Wait
You
until
do
Father
notice-
Lucius gets an eyeful of you.
You do notice, Lady Catherine, that as you turn to look at yourself in the mirror, you do not show in the mirror.
What?
She doesn't
That's
seem.
a shame.
She doesn't seem surprised, but she's like, "Oh." She goes, She says, "Apparently, you have some sort of block.
Some sort of what? I'm sorry?
A block. A
Block?
bane, should we say? Folkloric. Many years past, vampires were supposedly affected by garlic or not shown in mirrors or things of that. It appears that, well, your blood carries that bane." She goes, "Perhaps always why you want to see yourself."
Do I remember that I have never been able to, that I can't see myself? Like,
You
prior to this?
you have like a little memoriam as you're kind of heartbroken that you can't see yourself in the mirror. You remember blood tears streaming down your face as you were banging on the mirror as hard as you can. It shattered. The glass cuts into your hand, and you feel like this hollowness of acceptance that you just couldn't reach.
What I want.
I had. That is true. Thank you for reminding me of that. I had forgotten, and I suppose that is why I do try to see myself in others' eyes, because I can't see myself in them.
Perhaps we could hire an artist for the evening to sketch your portrait.
That would be lovely. I would love that.
I'm sure you will not be the only lady in attendance that they could service.
Hey,
in that fashion.
I grabbed the phone that Nigel gave me. I turned the camera on. Can I see myself in the camera?
Yes.
I pointed at Lady Catherine. Can I see Lady Catherine on the camera?
Me?
Selfie time.
Don't know the answer to that question. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna
have
to consult the Google.
Great mystery.
Really mirrorless. Yeah. What model of phone is it?
Does an iPhone?
Nigel, what model?
It was the iPhone V.
It's iPhone 10. Right. It's a 10. What does that mean, 10, Nigel? I don't know. Well, anyway, hold it up.
Ouch.
Slowly, the image resolves.
So yes, the picture does come up.
There you
my
go.
Goodness! I'm just taking your phone. So pardon me. Do you mind?
It's Nigel.
Apparently, iPhones have mirrorless cameras.
Oh my God!
They do. I had to look that up.
They do.
Yep, they do.
All cell phones have mirrorless cameras.
Yep.
I want to take out my camera. Can I? No, it's an old camera, so I can't do this with it, correct?
No, you can't.
All cell phones are going to have a mirrorless camera.
Yeah.
Do iPhones have cameras?
No, they're flip cameras.
Yeah.
They're flip phones. They don't have a camera.
Oh.
But Max's phone is a iPhone 14 or iPhone from 2012, a newest one.
Well, technically it's Nigel's, but Nigel waves over it from the chair he's perched on.
He's like,
Suddenly, I'm loving Nigel. Oh, Nigel, hello. Thank you so much. This is just beautiful.
He kind of leaps down from the chair and he kind of lumbers over like has some sort of unnatural gait, and he says, "Yes, you are amazing."
Oh, you dear sweet thing. I know that you can recognize quality. I should have seen that right away. Oh, he's like, "You're far more beautiful than me." And he takes his hood off, and his face just has like scars, like some of the muscles in his face are literally misplaced and just made. His nose is almost pig-like, his ears straight back, his hair patchy at best. Oh, dear Nigel, you are right. I am more beautiful than you are. But you seem to be very beautiful at heart, and that is what's important too. Not as important, but still very important.
Thank you.
Would you mind if I took this? I mean, I'm sure I can find a replacement, but
He says, I could get another one. He's like, you could keep that one for a gift. And he puts his face up.
You know what? My reflection is worth it. And I'll give him a kiss on the cheek.
You see like a little blood tear appear in his eye. It like rolls down his face.
Nigel, you are the kindest man that I have met in a long time.
Could I see that phone for just 1 second more?
Yes. Here you go.
Nigel, show me again. How do you clear the search history? Oh, right there. Oh, okay, good. Oh, thank you. Oh, here you go.
Thank you. I wouldn't even have known what a search history is. Oh, we have so much to learn. Max, you have so much to teach me. Oh, I honestly cannot take my eyes off of this camera now. Like I'm just watching it and interacting with everybody, but just
Flash
watching
forward to
it.
the end of the campaign when she has an Instagram and a Snapchat set up.
Look at me! Look at me!
The end of the campaign?
And then she
Uh,
and then she
yeah.
and then she founds OnlyFans.
I should have known because Rain took a picture of us together and posted it. I saw it. I forgot. It didn't
Onlyvamps.com.
register.
It did not. No, because you didn't have the
wouldn't have
memorum
known.
until you saw the long mirrors.
No. Oh my goodness. This dress does make me look beautiful.
Yep.
Yes.
So
Oh,
Nigel,
God.
can you get me another one of those? Is that possible?
Oh yes, Max. Not a problem.
Oh, great. You're great. Thank you.
Us Nosferatu have a very good ability with technology.
Oh, don't you though? I think I have to say, just Nigel, you've been just fabulous, fabulous. Thank you so much.
Yes. Well, we are not gifted
Apple fan.
with beauty or anything or such lumber gait. He's like, we are quite vicious in a fight and very smart when it's technology. It's like the internet is amazing. It's like the vampires have their very own internet. It is called Shreknet.
Oh,
What?
Yes, Shreknet, the vampire internet. I shall show you later.
that's fantastic. What's the internet?
Well, things are connected. The Google.
The Google thing.
Yes, that is in the internet. Should you want to find a place, a person, anything of that sorts, an answer to a question, buy something. There are many things you can do. Almost anything you can think of can be done on the internet. You can order clothes or items or food, many things.
I can order clothes on the internet?
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, I can have all the dresses. All the dresses. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Max. I think that you and Nigel are such a good addition to our group. I'm so glad we found you, and I'm so glad Nigel found you.
Oh well, I'm glad to be here. It's lovely to be with you again. I was just thinking about OnlyFans inside the casket. That's probably a channel. I would imagine if someone like you was left alone with a webcam and 12 hours to spare. Well, I'm sorry, I digress. Who's next on the pedestal?
I'm thinking, which do you meant you, me, or you, Nigel, or you?
No one wants to see me on the internet. Believe me.
Nigel,
I tried to ask the purple, before, and it was just a mess. It just doesn't look right on me. Not good. Not a good look. Not a good look.
Nigel says, I do not need a suit. No one will be able to see me anyway. I am just overlooked.
Oh.
That is a shame.
That is. Sometimes people could be so rude. Like me, I was terribly rude to you. I'm so sorry. I sometimes forget that looks aren't everything. I mean, they're a lot, but they're not everything. And you are.
You're so modest.
I mean,
only those with aspects can see Nigel.
Really?
Only those with what?
Aspects.
And like, would we remember what that is?
It's a discipline. You would know it's a discipline power.
Okay.
It's a vampiric power, or a vampiric discipline. Aspects.
Okay.
Oh, so Nigel, you can disappear completely.
To anyone that doesn't have aspects, yes, I can hide. Even cameras cannot see me if I wish to hide.
Ooh, cameras.
Yes.
But those are kind of rare. Oh no, they're not rare, are they?
No. The the kind of this world have them sometimes. You will see them outside on the building or in cars or some locales.
Gotcha. So you can go wherever you like and no one can see you.
Yes, mostly.
That's amazing. So it's really just like a special thing that you can do. That I can see how convenient that would be. Though you don't even have to get dressed to go outside. I mean, talk about comfortable.
It makes it easy to have a place to stay, to hide amongst the shadows.
Oh, well, that rings a little sad, but I still think it's very impressive.
My friends, the rats of the tunnels, they speak to me.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay. Yes. Do other animals speak to you or just rats?
I have an affinity for rats, but I can speak to some, these feral cats and such.
And so,
not as many as there are in America, but some.
When you're talking to a rat, what's a common opening that occurs? I mean, what do rats talk about?
Typically food.
Oh.
Not much different than ourselves.
I see. And
so do you carry? That's why I carried these crackers. And he pulls out like a little handful of Cheez-Its out of his pocket.
They're all moist. They're all weird and moist and shit. And he's all like
crumbling. Got lint, pocket lint mixed in with them.
Oh.
Well, I suppose that's the beauty of rats. Rats don't question the lint. They just love you for who you are, the Nosferatu that you are.
Yep. So with that, you guys probably retire. You Rain and the three of you kind of make your way back to Astrid has an assistant that boxes up the dresses and stuff for you guys and the accoutrements and accessories. And she gives you your other 2 suits, Max.
Ah, great.
And,
I thank her profusely and inquire as to how we can repay her other than in money. Is there some other way that we can show our thanks?
Just make sure that bitch Lady Scarlet knows I trust you.
You don't like Lady Scarlet? She is such a bitch. Yes. Oh, dear Astrid,
are there any labels on these items?
Yeah, it's like that gold. It's like a gold filigree A.
On each one of our outfits.
It's like hidden. It's like hidden, like on the inside of the wrist, or whatever. It has like a embroidered A.
But in such a way as if we pose, it intentionally would be revealed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if you raised your wrist the way you're doing in the Zoom right now, like it would definitely that would expose it. You could make the label really wherever you want it to be. So like if you have a specific thing you want to do in character as to how you show the label, you could do that.
Oh, dear Astrid, you know exactly. I'm sure that you have an affinity for literature as well. I know that my dress is a violet color and the white, but even if there was something like I would take a scarlet A and just put it right there for that bitch Scarlet to see. If you wouldn't mind. I think it would be nice to have her color in your name.
That's funny. I like it. The scarlet letter. So fitting. It's perfect. Yep.
Put that up on the embroidery machine right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
She can give you like a scarf.
Oh, that is wonderful. Thank you so much. You know what though? We've been hearing a lot about bringing a gift for the Queen, and we've really been struggling with what to do. What would be something that would be that would show that we are elevated above the riffraff? What is something that would show us?
Simply your dress will already elevate you above the riffraff, of course. But
Yeah, of course.
She says that. Let's see.
I remember now, Chantel, like 2 hours later. What my idea
was. You're like, I didn't realize you didn't remember. Otherwise, I would have said so. And
a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks to me. So,
well, you guys were trying to remember the men were the
men were going to do that, and we were going to try to see if Astrid would, like, if we could work some like magic, so the queen, like Astrid would have some time for the queen, which I guess but just making this connection with Astrid has been wonderful. And actually, oh no, go ahead.
Why don't you confess to her what we were planning before we realized how deeply her hatred ran?
Meaning about Scarlet, or just in general?
In general, the plan that we had originally hoped.
I think I would have told her the plan, like maybe. I don't think I wouldn't have revealed, like, we want to use you, but maybe like try to schmooze her into, oh my goodness, this is fit for a queen, blah, blah, blah. That sort of thing, to see if we could then work her into that. You know, this quality of a talent, we can't just buy on the street. We've got to really just.
She says, says, She goes, should you find a vessel for her, the queen does have an affinity for a sexual appetite. She goes, the humans have a drug. And she says, she kind of leans over to Nigel, and she says, Nigel, do you have any of those pills that you spoke of?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, yes, my lady, as always. And then he kind of reaches in his pocket, and he has a whole bag of like pills, of like a variety of different pills and stuff. And he pulls
they
out.
Have cracker crumbs on them?
No,
like on the bag.
No, they're actually in little Ziplocs. They're in little Ziplocs.
Like on the outside of the bag, does it have like crumbs?
There's a couple of lemon drops mixed in with the pills.
Yeah,
you know, sticky like they get.
A couple Boston baked beans, you know, things of that nature.
Wow.
Some French burnt peanuts.
Love those.
And so forth. So maybe even a small box of lemon heads, and they're so tart.
Speaking of tart, no, I'm sorry.
Damn! And he hands her a little bag of 3 pills, and he says, "Yeah, it's like the ones you like." And she says, "Oh, these pills, should you give them to a kind, they will experience a world of ecstasy."
Oh my goodness!
And then, of course, when drink from, the resonance should carry through.
Will she recognize these?
She'll recognize the elation, the feeling, the orgasmic nature of them.
What's the name of this pill?
I tentatively reach out to see if she'll.
Oh yeah, she gives them to you.
Okay.
She says, "Give these to any mortal that you wish to feed upon, and you shall feel the resonance in the blood that you drain."
Nigel, darling, what's the name of these pills? Do they have a name?
They call them X.
X.
X. X for ecstasy, like the ecstatic feeling that you have when you take this.
Yes, my lady.
Oh, that's so clever.
She said, I can get a variety of things from the street. I hear of this special drug that makes its way into London. It is called Scarlet.
Street Scarlet?
Is it named after a Queen Scarlet? Lady Scarlet?
Named after the color of the blood.
Coincidence then.
And
That sounds familiar.
there was a hacker once I knew. He seemed to be a good place to get it.
When she says hacker, I imagine somebody with an axe.
He lived down in the tunnels many years ago with me. But then he disappeared, never to be seen again.
And when he did reappear, he was really buff and it was really strange. It was like he'd been working out a lot.
I have not seen him in over 2 years.
Oh, Scarlet. But this X.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not the same as this Apple X, right? Those are two different things?
Yes, those are two different things.
Okay.
Well, he said we should give Lady Astrid some time. We should bid ourselves farewell, Max.
Oh, would you guys mind if we went with you? I mean, if Astrid, if you are,
Rain,
have taken enough of your time.
Rain says the night is still young. We can go back and feed amongst those in the club. She says, I have received a message that your compatriots have already returned there. We can reunite for the evening. Finish it out, per se.
I could use a little nosh. I think that would be good. What do you think, Alice? Max, you want to join us?
I would like to stop at one of the other shops and buy a simple, a small ornate box.
Okay.
In which to present this gift.
Can I ask a question? Is the party tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Nigel walks behind the screen again and comes right back out instantly wearing the tweed outfit. Oh, yes, I think that would be lovely. And with a couple boxes.
Nigel doesn't dress up. He just stays
do that so quickly, Max.
Oh, not Nigel. I mean, I'm sorry. Myself, Max. Max,
yeah.
Whoever I am.
Yeah, whoever I am.
Yep. All right, so you guys reunite back at the club where she was playing music earlier in the evening. I like the hood. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's so Nigel.
So presumably Akila, Father Lucius, and Dr. Banerjee are going to basically weekend at Bernie's this guy into the club.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And for those of you who don't recognize that reference, I feel sad
Yes, well done. Yeah, I agree.
Those of you that don't recognize that reference, get off my lawn.
Right?
for you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, I mean, we get them in.
Yep. So you guys rendezvous back together, Rain and Father Lucius and Akila and Dr. Henry. Notice that there is Max is with them. And you have a kind of memoriam of your own. So the three of you remember kind of standing in a yard. And there was an angry moment between Dr. Henry and Father Lucius and Max were at odds, fighting. And Max
Do we get this moment too?
No. And Max seemed to have been irritated by some of Father Lucius's comments, willing to fight about them. And his aggression came out.
No, Max seemed like such a mild-mannered fellow.
He was actually
so unlike me.
he was actually standing over Father Lucius. He pulled off his collar and threw it into the dirt and was punching him repeatedly. And as the blood was flowing from Father Lucius's cheek, he just kind of licked it away and started laughing.
Wait. Father Lucius licked away his own blood and started laughing?
Yeah, it just started laughing. Almost like someone that would be crazy.
Max keeps waiting for the moment at the end where he starts apologizing profusely for smacking Father Lucius in the face.
And you notice that that Akila steps forward and puts his hands on both individuals, Father Lucius and Max, and kind of closes his eyes. And then you notice, as you look at Akila, you see him clearly in this picture. He has a third eye in the middle of his forehead. And it blinks as Max and Father Lucius calm themselves.
I do double take at Akila's forehead right now. Like, does it have a? Do I see like a little eyelash there or something?
I think. Don't you have a gold band on your head?
Yeah, I have like a big gold band
that would cover it.
Okay.
So was it Akila was in this vision? Was Dr. Dr. Banji was not arguing?
You were just kind of standing to the side, being kind of intrigued as to just how much Max could possibly take Father Lucius apart piece by piece. And you imagined his arms coming off, his jaw doing an autopsy.
Do I remember why I was punching him in the face?
No.
How peculiar.
Your name is Romanov. I remember you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Henry. I think I remember you as well.
It's like, yep, I definitely remember you. I the second I heard your voice, I was immediately annoyed.
Of course. And why wouldn't you be? I mean, I sound so annoying. It's true.
Yeah.
And Father Lucius, I remember you as well.
You struck me. You struck a man of God.
You're muted.
I'm muted.
Am I?
You're muted, Father Lucius.
I shouldn't be. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now.
That's weird. Noise cancellation, I guess. I said, you struck me. You struck a man of God. Romanov.
And I'm a better man for it, I suppose. I apologize. I have no idea why that happened. In fact, I wonder if it actually did. Somehow I think someone inserted some memories or somehow.
Soiled
that doesn't seem right at all.
Father, darling, isn't there something in the Bible about one of the fellows wrestling with an angel? Perhaps that's what Max was doing with you. And then he has his come to Jesus moment.
Creative perversion of the scripture. Well done.
That is my name, creative perversion.
I must say, too, that your poke choker is a lovely girth. I mean, it's the perfect girth for a poke choker.
I get that a lot, actually. I have a very girthy neck since birth.
Yes,
Your poor mother.
I came out shaped like a summer sausage.
I wonder if someone was possessing me in that memory, perhaps.
Was your collar shrinking, or are you just glad to see us?
Yes.
I imagine the father must have gotten under your skin at some point. And it's like we all have a shared history. I mean, we seem to have respected each other. So, but I imagine different personalities would cause us to clash at times.
I suppose that's true. I still going with I was possessed by someone. Do any of you, like practical jokers, have like mind control powers? Maybe one of you was pantomiming me to slap the father because you were upset and decided I would be the perfect tool, which
seems unlikely.
I would pick me too.
I saw the anger in your eyes.
I think it's safe to say you can just disregard that memory and move on from it.
We do have so few memories, though. Why disregard any of them?
I agree.
No, if it's going to cause you to have problems with the father, who quite literally ripped a innocent passerby apart, about an hour and a half ago.
Take your pardon.
Oh yes, it was quite interesting.
It was brutal.
It's like
you guys also noticed there's a dude like kind of hanging over, like
I just have him
a
like
beard's been spilled over him. He's got like a black.
He's like
and he's sitting there while we're having this conversation. Right?
And he's just like,
oh yes, our friend Timmy.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's sedated.
He ain't waking up.
Is he the Inquisitor?
It's exactly who you think it is.
Yes, it is.
Well, Father Lucius, I'm terribly sorry that happened to you. And you see, like faster than I can look, my hand opens up with some breath mints and some dental floss. Would you like to freshen up a little bit? I know that's terrible when it happens to me.
There are no Cheez-Its there.
Thank you. I do love the spearmint.
Oh yes, it's terrible, isn't it? The worst part of thrashing a perfect bastard who just absolutely deserves it is the stuff they leave between the teeth and the unfresh breath. I can't stand it.
Oh, you dear sweet little man. I'm so glad we found you. But we did have an interesting conversation with Astrid and with our friend Nigel. And they told us that Queen Anne has an appetite for actually
Fucking.
maybe sort of like yours. I mean, yes, obviously. But that she prefers her kind to be drugged so that way she can appreciate it secondhand.
No, she's a woman of taste. Everyone should enjoy their kind.
She feeds like a snake then.
But we have these drugs. We have an inquisitor. Imagine that tasty treat together.
I'm going to stop you there. No.
What? Why not?
I feel like he's far more valuable at his current moment than drugged.
Well, I mean,
He is drugged. He's drugged
We're
right
not
now.
drugging him.
But we could even do something like here he is, and we've got a tasty little treat that in I don't know how long it takes to kick in, but then she can appreciate him.
Perhaps
And
you
then
give her the
devour
cookies
him.
and the milk, and if she would like to put her cookies in the milk, it is her choice.
I mean,
That is the plan.
I mean, we give it, but we don't. You don't. When you say I'm going to cook you dinner, you don't invite someone over and say, "Here are the ingredients. Just serve yourself." This is. We can show her the ingredients, but then make the cocktail for her.
Lady Catherine has a fair point there.
Mm-hmm.
That
I think this is far more than dinner. I think his knowledge is worth more than a simple feed.
We could interrogate him personally.
Although I don't know how much we would know to ask. We don't know the
That is
situation
also-
really.
What use do we have for him? He was to be a gift to the. Was he not?
Well, he did. He did try to kill us.
He did kill Mickey.
How many throughout history
This
have
person
tried
right
to
here tried to
kill you,
kill you?
Henry? How many?
Very few, honestly. I'm a medical doctor, so
Well, good on you.
I'm used to hiding in plain sight. But however, well, at least I imagine I was. I don't feel like I'd be very illogical to be running around ripping people apart in the street.
I've been chased from barns. I've been excommunicated from an abbey. These things happen to us. He has been a
That's
gift.
how people describe monsters.
Father Lucius, you can remember so much more than me. I can't remember being excommunicated from anything.
But I mean, we could find out why. Well, other than hatred of our kind, of course. I mean, we could find out how they found out about our location in the first place. There's all kinds of useful things we could find. It's like we'll just have to have an agreement that we will not damage him excessively before we hand him over to the queen.
Oh, wait, Dr. Henry, is this one of those terrorists that Nigel was telling me about?
I believe he's a religious zealot who was sent to kill.
Yes.
A religious zealot, but a violent religious zealot?
Yes, I'm not sure. This symbol seems odd to me.
What symbol?
On his vest. I kind of just like we I don't know, we put him in a coat or something like that. I open it up and I point at the symbol on it, and I'm like, anyone recognize this?
As you pick it up, Dr. Henry, as you pick up his little like jacket that he was wearing, you feel something kind of jingle in the pocket.
Oh. It looks like we.
Does the symbol on the vest look familiar to us?
Yeah, it looks familiar to you. You saw it when they were raiding the facility.
Okay.
I'll reach into the vest pocket.
It's a cell phone.
Oh.
And it jingled like change?
It's kind of vibrating.
Oh, oh shit.
I look to everyone. I'm like, I imagine we don't want to answer this. Do we?
Is that how it rings?
Well, yeah, they all ring in different sounds, from what I understand.
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't know. Maybe they're made that way to all make different noises. But should we answer it, or should we just leave it be?
Rain says,
Raven.
Can I see that?
Oh, yes. Here you go.
She grabs a hold of it. She snaps it in half immediately.
Well, I
And
guess we won't be answering.
she says, we must go now.
Oh, okay. What?
She goes, he was being tracked.
Track?
They know
What is tracking?
That means they know exactly where he is.
Oh,
right
yes.
now.
Probably a good idea to leave.
And like she snaps the phone and like dumps it in a pitcher of beer.
Oh, we'll pick up Timmy and get on
I
our
agree,
way.
but who is they?
Don't know.
She says, no time for talking. She
Yes.
goes,
The lady who's been awake longer than I am said to run, so that's what we should do.
Should we take him with us, or should we leave him?
Absolutely.
I'm saying he's our gift.
He's
We
coming
have
with
to.
us.
She goes, I apologize, but I must take my leave. And she says,
Where should we go?
somewhere other than here, as fast as possible.
Of
And
course.
How do we get to those tunnels?
Hey, Nigel, is there a quick way to get there from here?
oh, Nigel said he was leaving you alone.
Masua's.
That's true.
He left.
Masua's for now.
You remember how to get there, Max? You remember the opening in the Thames.
Oh, yes. I think there's a spot. I'm sorry, my screen froze for a minute. What did you say about Nigel?
Nigel's gone. Nigel.
Oh, Nigel's gone. Okay.
He partied
Yeah,
with you.
I know a way in. It's not far from here. We can go. But perhaps if they were tracking that phone, and you all are carrying phones with it, could they, like bloodhounds?
These were given to us by allies. Are they able to track? It's like,
Well, it's tracking by dog used to be that if you saw one set of tracks, another set of tracks, you knew they traveled together. So if your cell phones were moving with his cell phone, would they know that you were all together?
it's like, okay. Well, first we have to get out of here. So warehouse or
Well,
sewer?
before we go there, though, should we all get rid of our cell phones? Because are they going to know that your cell phone was with his cell phone? For how long did you have him for?
We'll find out.
Too many questions to
Let's-
be
No,
asked.
no, 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 no.
Let's go.
I think you're right, Max. I think. Did Nigel say he could get us another one of these
He
phones?
did.
Later?
He did. I hold the beer pitcher out. Here.
Okay.
The one with your picture on.
Do you take your picture off of it?
I
don't know
don't
how-
Would you
know.
think to do that? You know?
I look at it, I kiss it, I put it in there, and then
There
I
you
take
go.
my own out and put it in there, and
Yeah.
I take
Try a
my
little
phone
bit.
out and drop it in.
They probably don't have any technology to recover.
it doesn't matter. We don't know anything, and that's a very
No,
smart
no,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We understand hounds tracking. We know this.
Yes,
So,
yes, exactly.
yes.
I'm just going to be like,
All right, yeah.
I see this as unnecessary. Some of us should keep our phones. They're incredibly useful.
Whatever it is we're going to do, we should leave now.
Yeah, go, go, go.
Let's
Go, go, go.
I watched and studied very carefully the series of documentaries called The Fast and the Furious. And whenever they're discovered, they immediately do that. They break their cell phones and they throw them in something. So, but that's fine. Let's go. And I said,
You've only been awake for 2
Did you?
days.
Yeah. What did
Oh,
you
He's
been
do?
away for 2
he's been
days.
binge watching shit at the hotel.
2 days, but when you
I
watch
mean-
one Fast and the Furious, you have to watch all 7. Oh, I'm sorry,
We do.
it's 2012.
You don't have
All
that many
6
hours in a night. It's summer.
Okay. I'll pick it up.
Yeah,
All right.
an hour
No,
after
it's
dusk
fun.
to an hour before dawn. You ain't watching all the Fast and Furious in that amount of time.
It's only 2012. There's only like
Yeah,
3.
there's still like 7 of them.
All right.
Go to
All right,
the,
sorry, I'm like checking IMD now.
well, we could go to
This
the
way
warehouse.
to the tunnels. This way.
I'm
I leave them.
like, Catherine, call You lost. You just destroyed
Hamish?
The dog.
Do you call Hamish?
Yes.
I'll call Hamish. I can't call
You don't
Hamish.
have a phone anymore. Oh, yeah, you do.
No,
Yeah.
I tossed both of mine.
Oh, you tossed both yours? Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, you
that's-
don't know Hamish's number. You still have his card. He gave you
I
his
have
card.
his card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a phone booth around here? I know we can find a phone booth. They're
Oh.
everywhere. Don't worry.
In 2012, they were still around somewhat.
Yeah, probably in London in
Fine.
2012, probably. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Out of my wheelhouse of knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
I
go
mean,
ahead.
do we need a cab to get us to the tunnels? Is it that far away?
It's faster, but you don't absolutely have to
or a
have one.
warehouse?
But we will bring Hamish back in. I totally call him.
We need to make distance, in my opinion. So let's
Yes.
call him.
Okay.
Give me that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So who is Hamish?
He's
I am exiting the building after Max.
Yeah, oh yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
Max, he's a delight. You'll love him.
who's carrying the guy?
Yeah, who's taking the guy? So there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you plus the guy. 7 of you is not going to fit in Hamish's car.
Hamish will let us. It'll be fine. We'll
You just
have
lay him
everybody
across
in.
your chest. You just lay him across the seat.
Yeah.
He's
That's okay.
drunk.
I were vampires, that we'd get in the trunk and it'd be comfy. It'd be great. It's like,
The dude's
oh, this
also
is nice.
fucking drugged up. You can get in the trunk too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, yeah. So you guys kind of walk up the block a little ways, and as you get maybe like, maybe 2 blocks away, you see a car kind of relatively quickly. You guys are kind of at this wooded area. There's some trees, and it's blocking where you're looking. You're kind of staying off the beaten path a little bit, and not necessarily. As you see the car coming, you probably step into an alley or something. Since the street isn't very full, you don't want to stand out as being on the street. And you see one of those black vans goes past. You recognize it from outside the warehouse. As it rolls past, it kind of slows down as it's coming up the block.
What is everyone looking at? Is it one of those terrorists?
He's walking.
Can we get the plate numbers? There are no plate numbers.
You can go back to get the plate numbers if you wish.
No, I don't want to go back. I just thought as it's driving past.
Yeah, no,
Fuck
you
that. I
can't,
don't.
can't
Yeah.
see it as it goes past.
Yeah. Okay.
You would have to have. Let me see. I would give you if you have celerity. And
What about my
heightened
heightened senses?
Heightened senses.
You want to look at the plate?
Well, it's
you
too
remember
late
how I
now.
did
It's
that?
driven by.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
You
I
gave me a roll.
can I do it?
In the other game.
You have celerity and do you have heightened senses?
I don't have heightened senses, but I have celerity.
I have heightened senses, but not celerity.
I have rapid reflexes too, so I can take extra actions, but I can't really move very far. But I could pop it out into the street and pop back without like taking an
So-
action. Basically.
I
We
do
will-
want to point this out. Would we have the knowledge to be like, hey, we're going to run a license plate? Like, that doesn't seem like 19.
Well, they had license plates.
No,
in
license plates in the 40s
We
for sure.
run it, but we
Yeah.
keep track of it, so we know that that's the same van.
Is that something our characters would have the kind of awareness to be like, oh,
Hmm.
like we're gonna.
Why don't we
what are gonna
do-
with these numbers?
Yeah. Why don't we do a? Let's see here. How about a intelligence and investigation roll?
Oh shit.
Yay.
That's
Skill
not very
first.
nice.
You would know. Yeah. So investigation and intelligence.
Oh,
Eight
God.
Successes.
Nothing.
Did you say 8? Did you just say
Plus-
8 successes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Those are
I'm
my,
not gonna. My
Wow.
my companions have got this under control. There's no need for me
was
to
the
roll.
second one intelligence? Did you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Difficulty is 2.
So we found what Akila's good at.
What the pool size modifier is 2, correct?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
one of 2. So
Oh, difficulty 2. Wait, crap. All right. Too bad.
So we
Max
found.
gets what?
Can't be right.
Oh, Lady Catherine got a message.
Lady Catherine.
No,
5
I
and
think
2.
I
Oh,
think I
messy
accidentally
critical.
put in. That's okay. That's good.
Messy critical. Okay. So Akila gets the plate for sure. And so does Lady Catherine. Lady Catherine, please give me a D10 roll.
5. Don't make me eat, Hamish.
I'm not gonna make you, but you have you might have made you. All right. You said, what did you roll at 5?
Yeah.
And all I wanted to discuss was the license plate.
So
It was delicious.
give me another D. Give me a D8 roll or a D10 roll, or just randomly pick a number between 1 and 7.
1.
1.
That's a nightmare.
So
Alright.
you have this strong compulsion to have dominance over Father Lucius.
Oh yeah. All right, Father Lucius.
Father Lucius, on your knees.
So we're sitting in it. We're sitting in a cab, right?
Lady Catherine.
Yeah, you're sitting in the cab.
Oh,
You feel-
dear.
So how
I
would
hope I called
Lady
shotgun.
Catherine show dominance over Father Lucius
Oh.
while in the cab? It's for the
Because
rest
I
of
would be in the
scene.
front seat with Hamish.
Yeah, you're in the front seat with Hamish.
Oh shit.
So technically, this would have happened before you got in the cab. So you could choose to sit in a different area than the front seat.
I am
Yes, me
going
to
to.
sit up front.
When we go in, we are going to be. I am going to force him into the trunk, into the confessional, and he is going to take my confession.
I love it.
Can't handle.
Okay.
You can't handle that kind of sin.
He'll take all of that confession,
You
buddy.
have to take all that sin.
He's gonna take all the good.
All that sin.
Okay.
You're gonna feel my sin.
Oh, you'll be saying Hail Marys until.
Okay.
You're gonna be calling somebody else father tonight.
You may be Father Lucius, but you'll be my daddy tonight. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, Father.
as she
Father
approaches
Lucius, are
me,
you
it-
going to resist?
yeah, no, absolutely. He would be sort of praying, God,
You
give
would be horrified.
give me your armor and protect against him and all the temptations I face now. I ask that I stand firm, your strength, and not rely on myself. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Oh, he's gonna be firm, all right.
So no,
Yes!
this will
Stand
be,
at attention.
yeah, it would be, unhand me. I will do no such thing. Are we not
Father, you
unclean
don't have-
enough?
I feel like there's gonna be a dominate
No.
roll here.
Oh, this was a messy critical, baby. There's nothing
Yeah,
I clean
I feel
about this.
there's a dominate roll.
How am I
Okay.
resisting?
I am looking for the thing here. Let's see here.
I'm a pretty
So-
willful.
The uncertainty in Jason's voice.
Dominate. So what dominate powers do you have, Chantel?
I have compel.
Compel.
Yep,
Yep.
that's
I
That
have,
sounds it.
Wait,
And I have
is
the
presence
same.
part of that too, like presence, awe, daunt, entrancement, or is that something else completely?
No, that's something else.
Okay, so I have compel.
All right, you have compel. All right, so compel is going to be charisma and dominate for Chantel.
Okay.
She is going to get 1 extra dice for.
Can I go the other direction?
Dominate.
You're going to do intelligence plus resolve and 1 extra dice for your demeanor.
Intelligence.
or
Okay,
your,
so since it's a discipline, I roll.
So really, just roll. I guess you guys can both add an extra die if you want. I'm
Where the
not
hell
sure
is a
if I'm sure you gotta
resolve?
do that.
Where's the resolve at?
And so,
So
dominate
Why don't I see it on there?
attributes.
So intelligence and resolve and charisma and dominate are both.
Oh wait,
those
there
are
it is.
all. Those are all stats.
I see it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Do
there
I
might be
put
any
any
skill set.
skills in that at all? Too, or is it just the
No, I don't
discipline
think so.
of
Just the
dominate?
discipline. Do you have
And
any specialties? Or,
I have seduction.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're
persuasion,
gonna
seduction.
you're gonna get an extra die for that.
So what do I?
It is
Okay.
that.
So Byron, I also have dominate,
Okay.
and
So dominate doesn't necessarily help you.
it's going the other way.
Oh,
Well, it's
maybe the
compel.
power of Christ
compel.
compels
Well, yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oops, I almost knocked that
And
away.
adding the extra value is a pool size modifier of 1. Is that what that is?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do a pool size modifier 1. That sounds like how we use that.
Okay.
And if anybody's out there knows how to use Roll20 for Vampire, feel free to. I'm gonna pull a line out of Jason's, Tides of Nurgle game and be like, "Yo, somebody in the chat help us out here."
Yeah.
I'm also going to pull a line out of Jason. Oh, wait, what? No.
Difficulty. What's
Okay, so no,
difficulties
I've
2?
No, your difficulty is going to be against each other.
How do I tell
So-
Roll20 that?
Just don't worry about it. It'll just say so
right.
many successes out of 2, but.
Uh-oh. Shit, dude.
Oh. You can take
the
willpower damage.
I mean,
So
I
your
think
full modifier is going to be 2. Shot.
Damn,
And that-
difficulty
and I
is
just
2 also, or just 0?
Just leave it as 2. And
Okay.
so I just
Your
click the
difficulty is
willpower
Yeah.
reroll button.
willpower reroll.
And you can select up to 3 days.
Oh,
3. Okay. So
So if
Chantel,
you
can
get 3, Jason, you would win because you're the defending player.
No, the active
No?
player wins. The active player wins, not the defending player.
Okay.
And so the dice to roll indicates how much willpower damage I take, or no?
Just one. It's just one box.
No.
Yep, and it should just be a splash, not a full box.
Wait, and are
It's
those
superficial?
the correct number of dice that I have?
I'm not certain. I'm not
It's
certain.
getting in the trunk.
Oh, Father Lucius.
Wait a minute, that didn't reroll though, or is that? I don't understand.
Yeah, because you only get to reroll 3 of the dice.
Okay,
So
I
you
got
had
it.
0, but you did get 1.
I got it.
So you have 1 success versus Chantel's 3.
So I think the freak ass Malkavian side, just as the cinematics, right? The trunk closes, and then suddenly there's just like all, and the trunk is sort of puckering outward as we.
That's not the only thing puckering.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
Father,
All right.
if you are into flagellation, I will take care of that for you.
I've not eaten Chipotle
in the
yet.
back
I'm
of the
fine.
cab trunk.
he's usually the self-flagellation, but just this once.
Yes.
This one.
This one.
You don't have to do it yourself this time, honey. I got you covered.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting.
Behold the glory of God.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, so you guys
That
make
was
it
the
to
best
the
messy
tunnels,
critical ever.
right?
It was so messy.
It was so,
very
and it was very
messy.
critical.
And this poor drug dude that's in the trunk. Let's just not forget
Oh
about
no,
him.
no, no! If we're getting in the trunk, he's not getting in the trunk.
He can sit in the back like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure too that was probably Lucius' first messy critical. So,
yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
so
it
Lady
wasn't.
Catherine was your first, Father.
It's okay, Father. I
Poor
forgive you,
Gabby's gonna have
Father.
to wash this car.
You have sinned.
You just gotta ask for forgiveness and you're good.
I shall pray for you.
I will pray on you.
You did.
You did. All right.
Poor Hamish having to put up with
So
it.
you guys
Can't wait
make
till
it
I get
back
to confessional. That's going to be something.
You guys make it back to the tunnels, and Max is able to show you how to get down into the tunnels to Nigel's pad. It is kind of like a whole area. It's like an abandoned subway station that's been bricked over and stuff like that. And he takes you through like some maintenance tunnels, and then the maintenance tunnel has like some fake like door that slides over that's covered with dirt and stuff like that, so it can't be seen from the outside.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I have to tell you, it's very comfortable. I mean, very comfortable.
No, I mean it's functional.
Beggars can't be choosers.
That's the spirit.
Yes.
Watch stuff there. It's a sharp piece right there, just a little to your left there. That's perfect. As they go through the little hatch.
Yep. You go to the hatch. There's a big steel door that Max, you have the key for.
Oh, let me see. Oh, yes, just the one key. Oh,
Yep. And it unlocks and opens into it's like white subway tile. It's, despite the fact that it's a subway station, it's It's still relatively clean down here. And there are some large TVs kind of mounted on the wall, cables and stuff of wires that are pulled down from above as he has brought electrical access to his abode. And
Yes. I tell you, Nigel loves all kinds of media. It's just incredible.
yeah, he has like 6 monitors. It's hooked into the subway camera system and stuff like that. And he says, I'm so happy you made it.
Yes.
Thank you.
About these phones, how easily tracked are they? It was a concern we had.
Very easy. There's what they call GPS, or geologic
Is
position.
there anything else on this man that can be tracked?
Let's see. And he comes over and he starts stripping him down. He's searching all the pockets and stuff. He pulls out like this little hand wand and starts rubbing it over him. And it's like, no, I believe he is clean.
Okay.
Everyone, give Nigel. Make sure that Nigel will clean our cell phones.
I think you're the only one who still has his cell phone.
Yes, because
I never had one in the first place.
Nor did I.
Yes, I mean,
But we all had them.
One of us had to be logical instead of just relying on Romanov.
He says yes.
Wow,
He says, are you in need of more phones?
Oh, Nigel, I would love to have one of those ones. I had to give up that one that you gave me, and it's been a really disturbing night. I think it affected. Max, do you have any more of the floss and the gum and
yes,
that stuff?
They
Please.
magically appear in my hand.
Oh, thank God. Is there any place that I could clean up a little bit?
The water, unfortunately, does not work down here.
Oh,
Only
that's
the electricity. I'm afraid I don't bathe normally.
As
he points with his left arm, the one that's not bandaged, you see like little flakes of skin and stuff kind of like peel off of him.
But there was a place that took the cold shower, right, Nigel?
Yeah, that was a different place.
Oh,
it
that's
was
the
a
other
different subway station. He says,
Oh.
I'm afraid it is too late to go there tonight.
No, that's okay. This will be enough.
He says, I still have my ghoul retrieve you new phones.
Thank you.
Do you have forms of payment?
Oh, I have this rectangle.
Yes.
Oh, very well. That should work.
Oh, good.
He takes it. He goes,
yes, can you set them all up with our ways to contact each other?
Yes. I can program all of that.
This man
he says,
here also
I shall have Sinclair go out in the day and get these things. They shall be all ready by the time you wake up.
Who's Sinclair?
He is my ghoul.
Oh, that's cute.
Do you have a ghoul?
Well, yes, he can go out in the daylight or places that
Is he a good ghoul?
Go. He's a very
bad ghoul.
He's a very good ghoul. He is very stealthy.
I feel like I might have had one once.
He has maintained his powers of obfuscate through my blood.
Well, Nigel, I appreciate your assistance in this.
Yeah, and you see him. He's talking. He kind of goes over to the corner and he opens like a little door, like a little, almost looks like a little small grate in the wall, and kind of pulls it open, and about like 10 or 12 rats all come out of it. And he says, yes. He says, he speaks to him. And he's like chirping. He's like. And they all scour. He goes, my minions will keep watch of us tonight.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Well, I suppose we should. I suppose I should give this this man another dose of his medicine, unless we did want to actually interrogate him.
Do we have
don't have enough time tonight.
It's about that time. Yeah. so you better make sure that he's very secure in case he wakes
You
up.
can set him up. There's an old gurney down here,
Mhm.
and so you could set him up on that and set up a drip and stuff so that with all the equipment that you had to be able to give him a drip like every so many hours to keep him asleep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't recall all of your powers, but I mean, I know that I can make him tell the truth.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Really?
Well,
Perhaps we will.
Early on
interrogate
tomorrow
him.
evening, perhaps when we wake up, when we first get up, we should ask him a few questions. That
You
could
could
be
interrogate him before the party.
Yeah, we have the. I also, most of us are going to still need proper dress for the party. So we'll have to attend to that as well.
Well, we'll say that they picked you guys some stuff up.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they knew you were doing that, so you would have been able to get proper attire. It wouldn't be fancy designer like Max's and Lady Catherine's and
It
Alice's.
doesn't
but,
have to.
No.
But I don't think the three of you really. That wasn't really your goal anyway.
No.
So yeah. So I did want to do kind of a quick rewind. I realized that I have been using the rouse check a little bit wrong. So
Oh.
when you wake up, you are at the one hunger that you were at if you had one, and then you make a rouse check. And so when you make that rouse check, if it is a failure, either a skull or not an ankh, then you gain one hunger. However, if it is an ankh, then you do not gain any hunger for the day. You don't always wake up with an extra hunger. You don't go to 2. You don't go to 2. You could stay at 1, or you could stay at 0 if you had killed someone the night before. So, Father Lucius, you will go to bed tonight at 0 because you killed a man earlier. And then I'm pretty sure you guys had
What
spent,
a day for Father Lucius. Holy shit.
Yeah, so
I mean, that was karma, right?
right.
Yes, I think the Lord was just punishing you.
And so that is the night. That is the night so far. So you guys will have accrued 2 experience points. 1 for last time and 1 for this time. You will get 2 probably next session if we get through the entire party scene.
Okay.
So actually I lied. You would have 3 because you completed book 1.
Okay.
So do we update our character sheets or?
Yes. So that is up to you to do. You will find in the Any Flip book there is an experience thing that tells you. I'm not exactly sure what page it's on, but we can figure that out and I'll post it in the chat or something at some point. But you will be able to spend that experience points. You can spend it anytime you want to. So you could save it up and use it for something. You can spend it now. However you want to go about doing it is up to you. So so Chantel, you played last session was your first one. So you would have you were introduced still in book 1, so you would have had 2.
Okay.
You get 1 for today would be 3. Dan, I'm gonna, since we role played a little bit last night, I'll go ahead and give you that one. And then, but you weren't around to finish book 1 per se. So you'll have a total of 2, and then all of the other characters should be 4.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
And that's where we're going to end the stream tonight, guys. Thanks as the cast goes to sleep and wakes tomorrow for the party with Queen Anne.
Yeah. Before I go to bed, I'm going to apologize to Father Lucius. I lost control. I'm very sorry. You know that wouldn't have happened if I had been under control. I'm sorry.
You should not apologize.
Lucius is gonna fantasize about that experience for the rest of his life.
You should not apologize
I
to
might
me
be a little sickened. Yeah.
for your transgressions. Do not apologize to me. You should apologize to God. If we are ever to see our way out of this curse, we must do better. I shall confess my sins, and we shall not speak of this again.
No, we will not speak of this.
I mean, you really have to speak of it because there's lots of other people that realized what was going on. Right now.
Oh no!
It's not going to say that they're not going to
we have
speak of
ears. We have vampire senses.
Everyone in the they're like,
I can
senses.
still smell it.
Oh!